My name is Brian Lynch. I work in the Arlington Center in Northern Virginia. I've been with UPS for 5 years now. So this was, mid-afternoon. I was making a delivery, just making my rounds, going down 13th Street. And, I delivered to this house fairly frequently. I noticed her lights were on. The car was in the driveway, so I knocked on the door. Waited a little bit, no answer. I knocked again. I saw the package I had was perishable. I really hated it for it to not get there that day, especially day before Thanksgiving. So, I kept moving on. Then towards the end of my route, I made another attempt because she lived kind of on my way back to the building. So I passed by again. She was just out of breath. She came to the door pretty much running. Oh, this is my daughter's medication. If I didn't get it today, this would have went bad. Let me take your picture. I want to tweet it to UPS. I said, okay, yeah, sure. You can take my picture. That's fine. I didn't really think about it. It wasn't until that Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, that I really looked into it and saw it. And I even saw the woman that tweeted it, Mary, on my route on Friday, and she came up to the car and thanked me again and all that. She said, "Did you see the tweet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I looked at it a little bit." And then she told me that Marco Rubio retweeted it, and I was like, "There's no way. There's got to be a different Marco Rubio." So I went home and I looked at it, and sure enough, it was a bunch of people retweeted it and were talking about it. So I was really surprised by that, really blown away. UPSers, or at least me personally, see thousands, hundreds of thousands of packages a year, and they all look the same on the outside, but on the inside, you never know what's inside of them. You never know what kind of medication you're delivering, or even just valuable personal items that are going. So it's very important that every customer gets their package on time. And service is the number one thing. That's our job, is to provide service to the customers.
So when I first saw the tweet, I had to look do a double take because it was dark in the background. But I noticed immediately, I'm like, Brian's got one of those smiles that you just can't forget. So I texted him to make sure that it was him, to validate, and he's like, "Yep, that's me." And I'm like, that's when I started. It was great. It felt great. It made me feel I was honored, and that he was my driver. And I've worked with him for a little bit, and I know what type of employee he is. So I was very proud.
When folks go through the trouble of communicating something like this, it also indicates how much Brian is doing well that isn't communicated. So I knew that we had an exceptional employee, so I was very proud.
It's nice to know that you're making an impact on somebody's life, because like I said before, we deal with a lot of boxes, but then some of the packages that are medication and stuff like that, stuff that can really impact somebody's life or be life-changing. It does feel good. What can I say? It's just doing my job.